video is about one thing. This series is about one thing, and that's entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship changed my life forever. But I didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. Let me just go think I know everything. No. I've been doing this for 20 years. There's this old adage around 10,000 hours to become an expert. I've been doing this thing for 20,000 plus hours. And every day is hard. And every day is about one thing. And that one thing is about the decisions you're gonna make as an entrepreneur each and every day. Each minute, what am I gonna be working on? What decision am I gonna make? Your cumulative experience as an entrepreneur simply boils down to your ability to make good decisions.
So a decision I made a long time ago was to make faith an important part of my journey and my mission in entrepreneurship. So every morning I get up and I read something in the Word. And right now, for the last 6 months, I've been on a book by Dietrich Bonhoeffer, which is a daily devotional. And it just takes you through an in-depth, kind of complicated look at Scripture. Then this week in our small group Bible study, we're studying the book of Jude, which is the book right before Revelations. And in our Bible study, we talk about a little section each week. It's a preacher, a teacher, an accountant, and an entrepreneur. That's myself. And it's great and been tremendous for my faith.
So my first decision today was I'm gonna come down here and work out because I try to do that 67 times a week. It just helps me think better, mentally, physically, emotionally, make better decisions. So my first decision was do the hard thing, come down here into the bat cave, and get the workout on. Today is shoulders and abs, one of the more enjoyable days. I hate leg days. But today's shoulder and abs, kind of like it. Let's get busy. Remember, we gotta figure out how you're gonna make the best decisions for your career. Let's get it. All right, got the protein shake. Now have to go pick up the kid because last night was homecoming HOCO 2024, and that's okay. That's what we do as parents and entrepreneurs and business owners. That's why we do entrepreneurship, I think, is to find freedom in our lives, because we did not get into entrepreneurship to simply have a job that relies solely on us to make all the right decisions, all the right things, and all the right moves, which we can't control a lot of times what those are. And so driving today, but the reason I'm doing this is because after starting multiple companies, exiting 3 of them, acquiring a handful, having loads of failures, loads of days that were just completely in the suck fest, I love entrepreneurship more than anything outside of my faith, my family, and what I'm doing. Entrepreneurship is just my choice, my career, profession of choice, and I love it. But I think it's important to help others on this journey as well. Build companies, build entrepreneurs. That's my why in life. Build companies, build entrepreneurs. I love that. And so talked a little bit earlier about decisions being our number one thing that we can control in our businesses. And I think that is so true, because everything will boil down to the right decisions. Sometimes if we're coming from the career world, we're used to that 9-to-5 grind. Entrepreneurship is different. Entrepreneurship is about moving fast and making the right decisions. The problem is we're alone. So how do you make the right decisions when you're alone? That's the thing that we have to figure out as entrepreneurs. We can rely on ourselves, or we can rely on our group around us. I've always found that the team around me has strengthened my decision-making ability, AKA my success rate in entrepreneurship. Why? Because I can't see my own blind spots. Have limits imposed on myself through the way I was raised and brought up. We all do. We all have those things. And so we've got to understand that. We've got to recognize that. And we've got to build the team around us that helps complement that. Because when we're complementary, we can roll. My wife, in every new business I start, asks me that question. Who do you have around you to protect you? And I think that's the real key here. So I'm heading now to pick up the daughter, left the family back to sleep. I don't do a lot of work on the Saturdays and Sundays. I try to spend that with family, but here's what I do, and I'd encourage you to do. Plan out the most important things you're going to be able to decide upon this week. What actions are you going to be able to do this week? I put those down in this neat little note thing, and I can share it with my team so they can hold me accountable. But I use notes, write it down, whatever is most comfortable for you, do that, and stay focused, keep working hard, make the right decisions, friends. I think that's gonna be the really cool thing. All right, I'm doing this because I love it. Follow me. If you're still here, I'm just shooting this on my camera, doing the best I can. I don't have fancy stuff, and that's the real important takeaway of entrepreneurship. We don't need fancy stuff. We can do this on mindset and resourcefulness and build to fancy stuff later on, but we don't need that right now. This is day one. This is my weekend edition of the vlog with Andy. We'll call it something cool maybe. Building with Andy. And trying to help entrepreneurs build their business and building up entrepreneurship so that we can all have successfully exit adventures to find freedom. And that's what it's all about, friends. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. I appreciate you being here. Yeah.